tuwing alas 6 ng gabi ng Lunes, no, hayaan niyo pong dalhin ko kayo sa mundo ng mga arkitekto katulad ko, sa mundo ng malikhaing paggawa.
Welcome to Peaceabilities here in cbrc.tv. Arman Benko po ang inyong lingkod.
Kailangan po natin kumita-kita muna ng additional na income, and wala naman pong income na dumadating ng wala kang ginagawa.
Welcome to Legal Helpline Online, kung saan sasagutin ng ating legal expert ang inyong mga katanungan na may kinalaman sa legalities.
Lahat tayo, regardless of our status, whether we are an employer or an employee, kailangan sundin natin yung mga health guidelines.
Welcome to CBRC TV with Tuesdays with Cory.
Welcome to the RJ Ledesma podcast. I am RJ Ledesma.
Magandang araw Pilipinas, magandang araw online world. I am Jel Miranda and you're watching Expert Talk Online. Good evening, my name is Roda Castro Caliwara.
I'm Arman Gutierrez.
And this is Pulse Connect. Buzz,
Peace,
and beyond.
Mabuhay sambayan ng Pilipino. Ang wika, kultura at kasaysayan ay mga gintong sagisag ng ating pagka-Pilipino. Ito po ang Kasaysayan, programang tatalakay sa iba't ibang aral ng ating bayan.
Good afternoon, Father Ben.
Good afternoon, Sarah. Magandang hapon sa lahat ng nakikinig.
At sa ating mga televiewers na gustong matuto ng mga livelihood programs at sa mga entrepreneurship skills na isi-share ng ating mga guests today.
We're gonna talk about frontliners, nurse stories during the pandemic.
We are going back to the glory days of nursing. In demand ang nurses ngayon, hindi lang sa Pilipinas, kundi all over the country.
May mga tanong ka ba tungkol sa inyong pinag-aralan?
Bibigyang linaw namin at aming ikaw ay tutulungan.
Dahil assignment mo,
sagot ko.
This is Ready 101 and I'm your resilience partner. This is Martin Aguda Jr. Join us guys every Thursday night, 8 p.m.
Mula sa Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao.
Welcome to CBRC.tv, Biyaheng Lokal.
Ngayong gabi, marami tayong pag-uusapan. Interesting? Feel free to join us, message us, and we will try our best to answer your questions.
Hello there! Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. This is Simply Becky Mon, ang programa po sa CBRC.tv kung saan pag-uusapan natin ang mga kwentong buhay-buhay nyo.
This is Jeff Chua, your host for Find Your Greatness. And we are so privileged to have Find Your Greatness, the Cycle House podcast show, to be part of the lineup of programs of CBRC.
Alam po natin na itong talakayan na to ay napakaganda dahil ang real estate industry is isa sa mga industriya na napakagandang pagtuunan ng pansin.
Sa ngalan ng Ama, na Anak, na Espiritu Santo. Amen. Biyaya nating Panginoong Jesucristo, ang pag-ibig ng Diyos Ama at ang liwanag ng Espiritu Santo, naway sumayin niyong lahat.
At sumaiyo rin.
Good day, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. Welcome to Anyone Can Cook with Chef Cherry
and Sir Chef.
Mabuhay po tayo mga Pilipino. Sa panahon po ng pandemya, kailangan po nating mag-unwind at maging masaya dahil tayo po ang gagawa ng ating ikaliligaya.
Hi, good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, everybody. I'm Dr. Carl Balita and welcome to Bridges. Ito po ang bagong program ng CBRC.tv. Siyempre po sa pakikipag-ugnayan at pakikipagtulungan hatid sa inyo ng UST Alumni Association.
I'm so good. I feel so good. Magandang gabi, Carl. At magandang gabi rin sa ating mga viewers.
Ito ang bagong show ng CBRC.tv. It's called Entertainment, Jamming, Kwentuhan, and Kantahan.
Welcome to Bridges here at CBRC.tv.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all our viewers around the world. This is Evelyn Songko, your host for tonight, together with Claude Despobiladera. Claude, good evening.
Hi, Professor Evelyn Songko. It's nice to be reunited
Hi,
with you
Claude.
virtually. One of my favorite professors in UST. Happy to be joining you on this show. Thank you for inviting me to host this with you. I've been rusty these past months, fewer gigs, but so might as well do it online. Thank you for this opportunity, ma'am.
Okay. I'm very happy that you're able to join us tonight. And you see, this is the third Sunday that we are talking about arts. Last Sunday, our guest was Joan of Anik Anik, and she showed us a lot of creative decors and jewelry using actually she got it from used plastics. So today, our guest for today will be showing us another form of art. This time, it's arts combined with science, the science of baking. Do you bake, Carl?
Ma'am, I don't bake, but what I can say is that I appreciate the masterpieces of bakers, which is why I am particularly excited about this episode, which is brought to us by the Philippine Baking Institute, which we have to mention is located in Ecoland Drive, Davao City, and of course, our other partner for today's episode, the Faculty of Pharmacy Alumni Foundation Incorporated.
Okay. So well, that's wonderful. Talagang sa Pharmacy Alumni Foundation Inc. Thank you, Faculty of Pharmacy AA. Okay. And now, well, tonight we have with us Miss Joan Magtoto Reyes. You know, Joan is a graduate of BS Medical Technology in 1966. But she became very engaged in baking. In 1995, she put up her own bakery and she operates it until now. To hone her skill, she took up a baking course from Bakery Training Center of the Philippines that is sponsored by TESDA and US Wheat Associates. She was one of the founders of Davao Bakers Club and later founded the Philippine Baking Institute in Davao City. PBI offers bread and pastry products, food and beverage services, and of course, trainers methodology level 1. Galing, no? So, welcome to our show, Miss Joanne.
Good evening, Miss
Hi,
Joanne.
good evening. Hi, good evening, Ma'am Evelyn and Sir Claude.
We're happy to have you.
Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening sa lahat po ng mga viewers ng Bridges all over the world. Ready na po bang bumati ng Merry Christmas?
Yes, of course.
It's the second Sunday of Advent na, so ilang tulog na lang, Pasko na, and then ilang tulog na lang ulit, it's another New Year. So in spite of what has happened for the past month, still we have many things to be thankful for, di po ba? And by the way, thank you po for having me today, for inviting me. I am honored and humbled po to be a part of your program. Thank you.
Okay. I'm very happy that you made it to Bridges. Parang 2 years ago yon when we met, Joanne. Tama ba yon?
Yes,
that was
po.
during
Yeah,
the oath-taking of the officers of the Sargent Alumni Association. Tama?
Yeah, in General Santos. And that was also the Tuna Festival po in Jensan. Doon po tayo nagkita. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. We were just talking about your baking institute then. Tell us, what inspired you to engage in baking?
When I got married, nawala po. Ayun. When I got married po, I became a plain housewife. Yung nasa bahay, nag-aalaga ng bata, and then waiting for your husband to come home, yung ganun po. But even during that time, I was already having a very small business, yung gumagawa ko ng mga pot holders, mga ref towels, pajamas. Kasi we were in Zamboanga during that time. Mura po yung tela doon. But when my husband was transferred to Davao, wala na pong murang tela dito sa Davao. So, nag-isip ako ng another business. Nag-partner kami na aking kapatid, si Army. We put up a small over-the-counter bakery here in Davao City. But after a few years, she continued with a business model, yung nagba-branch out, putting up over-the-counter bakeries, branching out in different cities. So ako naman po, I opted to put up a central commissary which focused on yung distribution. So, ganun po ang nangyari. We had different business models, but we still were able to travel together naman, attending bakery shows here and also abroad. Yun, that's the story then. Then I was hooked na to baking. Sabi ko, ito na yung, dito na ako mag-business.
Yeah, ma'am, this is very timely to have you as our guest on this episode because, over the past several months since the lockdown and the pandemic started, many people have ventured into putting up a lot of businesses. And I've observed that people got into food businesses and baking. And in fact, I have a friend whose baking business is thriving very much right now. So, ma'am, anything else that you can tell us about your baking institute, certain details that you may want to share with us po?
Okay. See, a Philippine Baking Institute, or PBI we call it, is a technical vocational training institution. It is accredited by TESDA as a training and assessment center. By the way, TESDA is our regulatory agency, di ba, when it comes to skills training. Yun nga, we offer bread making, cake making, pastry making, cake decorating, leading to bread and pastry production, and C2. So we also offer yung trainer's methodology. Yung trainer's methodology is a requirement bago ka makapagturo ng whatever skill you have. Kunyari, you're a welder, you take up the trainer's methodology so you can teach welding in the technical tech voc sector. Yan, ganyan. So, and also now we're waiting for our permit actually for the food and beverage services. Yung mga trainers namin po have different backgrounds. They come from different backgrounds. One is, he worked as an executive pastry chef sa luxury cruise ship in Europe. So part sa turo niya, not only teaching how to bake, but also yung mga pros and cons of being an OFW, ganyan. So tinuturo niya, kinukwento niya yung story niya. And then one naman, the other trainer we have is a success story din kasi nakapag-asawa siya ng maaga. And then naging washer siya sa isang bakery, naging driver. And now he is the franchisee of the bakery where he used to work. Yung isa naman is from a well-to-do family, from a family of doctors, so may sarili rin siyang kwento. Another one is a second-generation baker. Success story naman ng father niya, yung mga struggles ng father niya, paano nakapag-put up ng business yung father niya. One trainer naman is my daughter, who graduated from Enderun College's Hospitality Management. And also, me, I also teach. Siyempre, pag wala yung teacher, I can teach, and I'm also the administrator. So, dahil malapit na nga ang Pasko, majority of the family stays at home. Actually, siguro 100% of kids stays at home, di ba? I recommend that you can make baking as a family activity. You don't have to be expert kasi meron akong ipapakita na video na you can do this as an activity between, kunyari, yung mother and daughter, yung lola and si apo, while staying at home instead of playing or sa gadget. They can do this, no? Kasi kids are, yung very imaginative and artistic. So with this very, very, very simple recipe, you can create a lot of designs from this. It is called Easy Christmas Cookie. Okay, pwede na po natin. Ay, Ma'am Evelyn, pwede po ba ako magpakita ng short, video on how to do that Christmas cookie?
Yes. Sure. Wow.
Nagutom ako bigla, Professor Songko.
Hi.
Ma'am Joanne, nakakatawa. Parang, over the years, I've been telling, actually since high school, I've been telling myself that I should get into, cooking or baking school. I always tell myself, and I tell myself, in the future, gagawin ko, hindi ko pa rin nagagawa. Wala lang push to do it. Now, after watching that, ulit ang iniisip ko, sumali sa mga cooking school. So, thanks for sharing that video.
Wow, that is nice, no? Alam mo, parang ang dali-daling gawin kasi I even noticed meron kang Joanne, maliit lang yung oven so you can really make it at home. 'Di ba? Simple lang pwede mo gawin sa bahay.
Yun nga, yung pambahay lang talaga na oven, pwede siya. Kung yung gusto po ng complete recipe nun and complete yung the procedure, the instructions, please like po our page, yung Philippine Baking Institute, and then you can send us a message we will send you through Messenger yung complete complete instruction and the recipe. Kasi I was only given 1 minute by production, so kinompress lang namin into 1 minute yung video, kaya gano'n. Pero pwede po yung gamitin na yung dough na yon, very pwede mo gamitin even hindi Christmas. Pwede rin po siya kahit may birthday, you can make it as gift.
Yes, that is so nice. Ang cute-cute na, no? Joanne?
Yun lang ang kagandahan po ng recipe.
Yeah. Yes. So, Joanne, can you give our viewers who are interested in baking, parang kagaya ni Claude, interested in baking? Sige na, Claude, you do it. So, what can you tell our viewers, yung mga interested in baking? What is your advice to them?
Okay, ganito. Baking takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of love. So, kailangan bago ka mag-baking, prepared ka doon. As first, you can start by being a home baker. So, bake muna for your family. Siyempre,
Unfortunately, she disappeared. But I hope that in a few moments, Ma'am Songko, she comes back. Ma'am Joanne, right?
Yeah. And and Claude, these things that when you bake for your family and for your friends, you can also make use of it as your gift. And then afterwards, you share it with them. Alam ko yung iba nagsisimula sa ganyan, no, di ba? So, you bake it, give it to your friends as gifts, and then eventually, baka business mo na yan.
Ma'am, earlier you mentioned, yes, ma'am, true. And earlier you mentioned that it is an art. I was just thinking that in the process of baking, when you come up with designs, it really inspires you to be inventive with what design, what colors.
Yes.
So there's definitely joy in the act or in the art of baking, as we've seen in the video presented by Miss Joanne.
Yeah, that's true. And then you can see also, she said that there has to be passion in it, no? Yeah. Kasi pagka nag-iiba yung lasa pag meron kang sumpong, diba? Pag may sumpong ka, pangit.
You bake, ma'am, you bake. Ma'am, you bake, and do you bake and do you cook?
Yeah, of course I cook. But baking when I was younger, I did. But now, tinatamad na ako. Pero andyan na ngayon si Joanne. Joanne, give your advice to our viewers who are interested.
Yes, Sir Claude, you're saying something?
No, I was just going to squeeze in. Fernando Pedrosa or Pedroso is watching us, and he mentioned something about, he greeted us, and he mentioned something about spending time with his apos baking. All right. So he says, me too. We'll bake with my apos too, my stress reliever. So thank you for watching us. And hello, Evelyn and Claude from Nanette Fernandez.
Hello.
Yeah. And there's another message too, ma'am.
Yes, I'm happy for that.
Which we can read later on. But back to you, Ma'am Joanne, your advice or suggestions to those of us who like to get into baking.
Yes, as I was saying, sabi ko, mag-start muna as a home baker. So, yung product mo, papatest mo muna sa family mo, kagaya nga nung iba. Then, I'm sure your family will support it.
Naman, no? Yeah.
Oo.
Mm-mm.
Even before the
And you
pandemic, yung
see,
aming mga
yes,
students,
yes. Ah,
yung mga students namin po have different backgrounds. Would you believe we had students na doctors, we had mga professionals, we also had, minsan, those who work in banks. Kasi during the weekend, yun nga daw, pang alis daw ng stress pagka nagbe-bake sila during Saturdays. We offered, before the pandemic, we offered us every Saturday class for the work, yung nag-work ng Monday to Friday. And then pagka Saturday, pagka daw mawawala yung stress sila pag nagbe-bake sila. So we also have mga out-of-school youths for employment naman. We also had mga housewives who go to the barangays. We have a project with the mayor actually of Davao, Mayor Sara, yung Magnegosyo Taday. Yung we go to the barangays to teach baking. Yung ibang mga students namin, the housewives, nagiging online sellers. Ang gagaling nila. Tapos ang gagaling na ng mga gawa nila. They improve through practice. And also, we also had a group of yung persons with disabilities na sponsor sila ng isang foundation. Now they have a cooperative. They put up their own bakery also. Yun yung mga, ano po, parang natutuwa kami sa ginagawa namin pag nakikita namin yung success na nakakatulong din kami po. But if you are really serious in baking as a business, no, pagka talagang business na po, I advise you to take yung bakery management course. Kasi hindi po siya kasimple na para bang pag nagawa mo na yung product, maganda yung product mo, then you sell it na. And pag, as a business, hindi na ganun. So, may mga regulatory agencies na rin tayo, like Food and Drug Administration, marami ng mga documents needed, permits, ganun po, di ba? So that, syempre, even though it's only a passion or hobby, at least when you do it as a business, no, while putting smile on the faces of your customers, at least you can also put a smile on your face while looking on your financial statement. Di ba?
Ma'am Joanne, God bless you and the Philippine Baking Institute for doing all these things, all these many things, because I agree that it becomes an opportunity for those who attend your classes to decide later on na I have this skill now, I could venture into a small business, and just like you, pag pinagsikapan, pag pinagbutihan, disiplinado sa different aspects ng small business ngayon, it will really thrive and it will sustain them, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So, ma'am, actually, we are unable to have Ma'am Evelyn right now. So, may I just ask you if you have your final message to our viewers?
So, I would like to thank yung UST Alumni Association, the College of Pharmacy Alumni Association and Scholarship Foundation, and I would like also to thank my son, Angelo, for the technical assistance. And Ma'am Evelyn and Sir Claude, thank you very much for having me po. And also sa lahat po ng mga ka-Bridges, happy baking po.
Yes. Wow, thank you very much for your message, and thank you very much for spending time with us. You know, from listening to you, ma'am, I know that you're a very busy woman, probably even on Sundays. That's why we appreciate Professor Songko and I and the rest of the team truly appreciate, you know, the time that you spent with us today. Right, ma'am, Songko? Yes, all right. So once more, you know, we would like to thank all of you, the viewers, and in particular, we would like to thank the Philippine Baking Institute, and of course, the support of the Faculty of Pharmacy Alumni Foundation and the president, Miss Maria Elena Manansala. And let me tell you this, the book Cargasos is now available at DAC Exchange, the online market of USTAAI, where Thomasian alumni sellers and buyers meet.
I'd like to thank CBRC.TV and those of you, particularly yan, sila Dr. Nandi, si Ma'am Net, who's watching us. So thank you so much. Alam ko talagang you're all support for the Bridges. And yung mga team ng Team Academics, headed by Ida Tionco, thank you very much. And definitely, I'd like to thank Marilyn Marilyn Cano, who is preparing for our next show. And all of those who are in Soksargen. Hello, and thank you very much. I'm very sure that you're very proud of Joanne, no? Si Joanne from a simple baking. Now she operates an institute that would really popularize baking. Thank you very much, Joanne. And I'd like to invite you to our next episode. Our next episode is entitled Family Legacy. And our guest is Miss Rovel Labrador Kainglet. She is a school head of Integrated Jubilation Montessori Center of Binyan, Laguna. And she will be talking about family tradition. Claude?
Right, ma'am. Let's give a few moments to our to the people watching us. I think their messages to us will be flashed on screen. Like Ma'am Marilyn Cano, whom you just mentioned. Good hosts, magandang adlib nyo. Thank you, Ma'am Cano, for that encouraging message. And then the Life of LNG says hello. Hello. And then Nanette Fernandez, nice, we'll do it with my grandkids. Ma'am, may na-influence na kayo, Ma'am Joanne.
Thank you po. Thank you. I'm happy.
Miss Maureen,
Hello.
welcome.
Yes, Miss Maureen, thank you.
Ma'am, you're watching us. She says hello. And thank you very much from Nanette Fernandez. Thanks, Ma'am Joanne, for what you've shared. Also, Maripe, great sharing. Thank you from UST Atelier Alumni Association Incorporated. And then great hosts and guests from Maripe. Thank you. Nahiya naman ako, pero thanks.
Thank you.
Have a nice evening, everyone. Thanks for viewing mga Kabridges from Fernando Pedrosa. And very interesting from Christy Kwe. Very interesting. Nice to try it with my pamangkins when they come.
Sige po, I will send to your messenger.
Yes. All right. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us this evening. Here in Bridges, we do not build walls. We build connections of learning. We build knowledge. Sanko?
Good night po. Happy baking.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And also here at our CBRC, we build bridges of faith, bridges of hope, and bridges of love. So thank you very much, everyone, especially to our guest, Ma'am Joan Reyes, to the rest of the team, and who made this possible. And Ma'am Sonko, some words from you before we wrap it up.
Here at CBRC, we build bridges of faith, bridges of hope, bridges of love. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the evening and goodbye.